So we're here on site, we're just doing an install of an automation system on another hydropower blade for Justin. What we've got our receiver sitting low at the moment, but I'm going to run through that install process. First of all, we're going to locate the bracket that holds that auto system and drill some bolts to hold that bracket in place. We then put the auto system in location on top of the blade there. Now that puts it directly in front of the operator so you can see the controls as we're operating. So then you'll see we've got a power supply running through to the Anderson plug there. The customer's already put the Anderson plug running back to the battery with an inline fuse and actually an isolation switch in the cabin as well, so they can turn off the power to the Anderson plug if required. We've got a left and a right receiver cable that are going to go off to our receivers. You can see how they're plugged in firstly to the receivers, then back into the automation box itself, making sure the left cable goes to the left receiver and the right cable goes through to the right receiver off the appropriate sides. Now I'm looking at left and right as if I was sitting in the cabin of the machine and classing my left and right looking forward. The two final cables that we've got to plug in there is that communication cable that talks to the valve bank. With this system, it does have a piggyback plug into the communication box on the blade itself. So we're running a cable from the auto system directly into that plug. Now that's a 4-port Deutsch plug. We went through with the customer to make sure we're feeding the correct polarity to raise and lower the left ram and raise and lower the right ram. And so part of the check procedure when we finally put this all together is to check when we raise the left switch that we're going to raise the left ram, and when we lower the left switch we're going to lower the left ram, and the same with the right ram. When we raise that we're going to raise the right ram, and lower that we're going to lower the right ram. That will then mean we're marrying up into the operation of the controls within the skid steer itself. With the automation system in, and once we put that into automation mode, we don't need to do the height control, so we can grade along and slew the blade and extend the blade with the automation system operating the height control at all times. So it makes it a little bit easier to operate that blade. The customer has had added to this blade a variable flow controller, and that's really helps us with the full control. If we're operating it manually, we might boost that flow control valve up slightly. When we're operating in auto mode, I'll bring that down a little bit, and that's something you're going to have to work out with your machine, what is the best flow rates for your hydraulics. Anyways, it's been a fairly simple install here really, and now we just need to get to work and give it a practice run.